Some people like to burn their scraps. I like to turn them into easy money. Let me show you how it's done. I have about 200 kilograms of exotic wood scraps at my disposal, and I usually turn those into a few different things like coasters and cutting boards when I've got some time on my hands. But there is one sort of product that is really easy to make and sells extremely well online and especially on art markets: Christmas ornaments. Hear me out. I usually sell one of those for about $4 per piece, and people buy those on impulse without thinking much since the price tag is so low. But those $4 yield a huge profit margin, considering they are made from scraps you would usually not be able to process in regular builds, and most people buy on average 3 to 7 of these at once. I usually make about $200 to $300 per market only from these ornaments. It's outright ridiculous. So let's get into the process of creating those. As you were able to see, I picked a few longer scraps from a pile which would fit together nicely. American Walnut, Elsbeere, that's a pear tree, and American Cherry. Then I took those very pieces and ripped them into strips that we'll later glue together on my sliding table saw. I really don't care about the dimensions of the strips at all. I simply make sure that I get the maximum amount of usable wood out of these scraps. Done. Let's get to the next step. I first arrange the pieces to my visual liking, alternating pseudo-randomly between the colors. And then it's off to a pretty easy glue up. Next day, I removed all of the clamps. Shaved off some squeeze out. And cut the parts off which stick out too much on my trusty Laguna 18BX bandsaw. With one side now rather flat, I got the opposite side square using my drum sander. Not necessary, but helps in resawing the wood. Also, definitely not necessary, but I trimmed off some of the excess wood to get a rectangular board. A good thickness for those ornaments is between 3 and 6 millimeters. I went with the latter one here since I would lose some thickness in the process by sanding off the saw marks. Resawing went pretty well, and once that was done I got the board saw mark free and pre-sanded over my drum sander. For the shapes I used my friend Le Google and looked for Christmas related objects like firewood trees, scientifically inaccurate stars and a pretty annoying church utensil. I first printed these on paper and cut them out with a sharp knife. And after that I used those as a template to cut out upgraded templates from cardboard. That's templateception. And with that out of the way, I drew the outline on the wood referencing the star template. Cut the shape out on my huge jet scroll saw. Chamfered all edges lightly on my router table. Sanded it with a 320 grit. drilled a hole for the string to hang it on the tree once it's done. Buttered that bitch really good, and then we are already done. Let's make some more, shall we? And that is really all there is to it. So what did we learn today? Never throw away your scraps. Always take the time and turn them into something valuable. And if you did enjoy what you have seen today, why not make sure to subscribe to the channel, watch some other videos here on this channel, link down there in the description to my DIY project playlist, for example. Also don't forget to check out stemmerch.eu, my platform for handcrafted products. And up until the next video, I wish you guys a flammable day. See ya!